What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, I think this would be my final video talking about Virtua Fighter until it comes out. Since I feel after all the information we got in the livestream, I believe we have a pretty good idea what we can expect from Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. And I wanted to give also my final thoughts. Now, before I continue, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. So for the past 2-3 days, we have been getting a ton of information about what this updated Virtua Fighter game is. And what is this Virtua Fighter esports we saw teased by Sega? We already saw the announcement trailer where we got to see a better looking Virtua Fighter 5 game, since it was confirmed to be running on the Dragon engine, which is the engine used by Ryuga Gotoku Studio, who are behind the Yakuza series. Now, this version of the game is being called Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, and it will be launching for the PS4 exclusively on June 1st. Looking at the trailer and comparing it to Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, you can clearly see how the game has improved graphically. They even have a small trailer comparing both versions side by side. During the livestream, we got to see some more gameplay. They announced this DLC that will make the game look like the first Virtua Fighter game, which I think it's pretty cool. Now, overall, I think everything looks fine except for one thing, and that is that the game seems to not have rollback netcode. At this point, developers haven't mentioned anything, but if it has rollback, they would have stated it already. Personally, I am from the camp that fighting games should have rollback. I mean, the past year with the pandemic going on, it has shown how fighting games having good netcode helps out not just the community, but the game itself. Games with rollback have gained popularity and have a lot of people talking about it. A perfect example is just how everyone loves Guilty Gear Strive rollback netcode. Everybody just talks about it. Another example is Accent Core plus R. Just see how the numbers of people playing change when it first launched versus when it finally gained rollback. Many games lost opportunities to be in online tournaments because the netcode is not good, and it's hard to run a tournament to the point people are using Parsec as an alternative. Having good netcode is just a must at this point. So obviously, you can probably imagine I was bummed out when I saw that this game will most likely not have rollback. I mean, it sucks, let's be honest. I want to be able to play online and not have to worry about having a bad experience. And most likely, this game will run with delay-based netcode. At this point, it seems like not a good decision. However, there is a massive but here, because we're not getting rollback. However, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown is one of PS Plus games of the month, meaning you can get the game for free. This is something huge because there is no loss for you, the player. Yes, there is no rollback netcode, but you don't have to pay or buy the game. You can download it for free. Not just that, but imagine how many people would try it because it's free. It's a very good decision if you ask me. I feel at least I can take the L of not getting rollback in this game because hey, I get it for free. Also, personally, I feel this could be a good test for Sega because they probably will gauge how much interest there is for a Virtua Fighter game with this, and maybe in that future installment, we could ask for rollback since it's much easier to implement it when you start the project with adding rollback in mind than when you finish the game and then you're trying to retrofit it. It's much more complicated. At the same time, Sega did some announcements about this Virtua Fighter esports league, like it's starting season 0. They seem to be invested in that. They're even getting an arcade cabinet of the game. So of course, I feel if they're willing to invest this much, they're probably considering if this does well, they could work on a sequel. I think in the end, is it unreasonable to expect this game to have rollback? Well, yes and no. I mean, can you expect the Ryuga Gotoku Studio, who have never done a fighting game, implement or try to retrofit rollback in a game that came out more than 6 years ago? Well, of course not. I mean, I really can't be mad this studio hasn't done a fighting game before. As I said, a part of me is a bit bummed out, I have to be honest. But this game will be free starting next month. And of course, I still want to support this game, hoping that maybe in the future we could get a Virtua Fighter 6 with rollback netcode. You know, at least I won't have to play Judgment or Yakuza 7 to be able to play Virtua Fighter. So I think this is a positive thing even without the rollback, and it's something that, like I said, I am looking forward to. So what are your thoughts, guys? This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.